Jeff.
Level up.
Fricks.
Fire it up.
Mahogany.
Boa noite.
What?
Bon noite.
It was so quiet.
Boa noite.
There it is.
Is that good evening in some language that you're learning?
Portuguese, yes.
Ah,
Oh,
obrigado.
parrots.
Oh, well, let's go back to the bit we were doing before. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Okay.
And me, I don't know Portuguese.
Obrigado means thank you.
I barely know English.
Yeah.
Don't
We know,
remember-
Jeff.
These
I
are
know Portugal
recorded.
exists.
I mean, he knows English. He just chooses to use it sparingly.
He doesn't actively engage with it.
We call that social.
I've been obsessed with Menina de Bota, and I know none of y'all care about it, but it's
Is that a kind of,
inspired
like-
me.
Burrito.
The video that I keep showing you, the girl in the boots.
Oh, okay.
But yes, inspired me to learn Portuguese because I want to know what she's saying. And it's like it's so similar to Spanish and French, but so not either of them. And it's just like, yeah, it seems like it's gonna be one that comes quicker than some of the others. Anyway.
Cool. I'm glad to see your ongoing project of self-improvement has enriched your life, unlike me, who has done nothing and will achieve nothing. Welcome, once again, folks, to Raiders of the Lark Presents the world's most available heroes, a Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition game. I suppose. Campaign? I don't know.
Episodic adventure?
Yeah.
Adventure. Yeah,
we're
adventure.
We're doing an adventure, and sometimes the adventure is the friends we make along the way. But tonight it might be violence. Anyway,
Fingers crossed for violence.
when last we left off, the group had finished defeating the mysterious hitman / super serial killer, the Edgelord.
We
After
reached
turning him over
climax.
Yes, in our previous issue, number 8, Edge of Climax. You made me lose my place. Right.
Sorry, I know talking about climaxes does that to you.
Yeah, you know me. I'm just real hot to climax at all times.
Finish. I thought you were going to say finish storylines, but okay.
Well, climaxes are the important part of a story. Like after the denouncement, who cares? Anyway, let's do the denouncement for last. That's the last story.
What the fuck is a denouncement?
I mean,
Do you know denouement? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Denouement.
No, because I always thought denouncement was like I denounce you.
I'm
in
sure
the
it
name
is.
of Jesus.
Maybe. Pronouncing shit wrong. I'm a southerner. That is my God-given right.
Well, okay, so what is denouement?
The part where you tell what happens at the end of the story. Like, hey, after the action's over.
The epilogue?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Thank you for educating me on a word I did not know.
I mean, you don't necessarily technically know it because I'm very fuzzy on the details.
Thank you
That's
for
the epilogue.
paraphrasing.
The epilogue is like after
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, it's like
A
the
brief. It's like, okay, yeah, like they live happily ever after. This guy got a job doing this guy got a job doing that. Bye. Okay, bye. Like, that's like the epilogue.
okay.
Denouement is like right after the climax. This is the end of the movie, the last 10-15 minutes. This is where you resolve whatever bullshit got you into this mess.
Mm.
Yeah.
There you go. See, Mahogany's more on the ball with knowing things. I'm not.
That's that self-improvement.
Shaking bacon, I helped.
Help make me look stupid. Ooh, that's minus 10 experience.
Oh, let me redo my character then.
Haha, it's a
It's like
point,
he
but
just said
suck it, loser.
experience. He didn't say points.
I know. Experience are things I punish or reward you with that mean nothing in this game. But anyway, so yes, after teleporting the perp to
The
Colorado,
facility.
yeah, the main base in Colorado, the edgelord was taken off your hands and put in protective custody because he had suddenly had two other superheroes about to beat down his door, and well, you know, it would not have been pretty. But after that, you are free to go back to your domicile back on the East Coast, the old Drake Manor. And you have some downtime. And so what do you guys do to self-improve during the downtime? Because I gave away XP and a power level boost. So who wants to let me know first?
I run up to my room and hastily grab my character sheet and start scrawling in new numbers. Role play. No, I'll be
Probably would have a character sheet of himself.
It's me. Look how awesome I am now. I think he's better now at the things that he's been doing, and I think it just shows him working as a team and fighting these ninjas and doing that stuff, because all I did was improve the things he's already somewhat good at. It's easier for me to heal people now, and I didn't put any points into strength, so that stayed where it was at, but I put some points into my star sword, so when the things show up that I can actually use it on, I'll be better at it.
All right.
And my toughness is a little higher.
Cool.
So yeah, I think, he danger roomed, he practiced, he did his katas outside or whatever, and meditated for his healing powers from his cosmic shield.
Cosmic Knight learns to be more Cosmic Knight. Meanwhile, How about you, Cyber Squatch?
Cyber Squatch goes to the mechanic bay, and what was her name?
Rena Barber, the mechanical.
Rena Barber, haircut. Reno, Vegas. Okay. Rena and Cyber Squatch go through his software. We do driver updates. We upgrade his cybernetics, and his mental capacity increases slightly, like as if the cryo sleep in his brain is starting to thaw out, and he's remembering more stuff, and he's able to think a little faster.
You're like a fried chicken that's still frozen in the middle, but now you're coming around after a reheat.
Exactly. Yeah, I just increased the cybernetic undercarriage a little bit. Worked on the integrated arm cannon just a little, and did some practice. I helped Cosmic Knight in the danger room. We ran through a couple scenarios to work on our skills.
And before we did that, I made him watch Bloodsport for the training montage, so I could show him what it was I was wanting to really accomplish.
That guy there with the cool guy, the big burly guy, that's you.
And the Cyber Squatch got somewhat enamored by the Van Damme.
The Van Damme.
He was really intrigued by watching this human's journey of self-improvement
and flexibility.
Mm-hmm. So you see Cyber Squatch in the danger room attempting splits.
The chair split. Oh God.
Basically, all he does is just unhinge his legs and just dook. Well, this is not that as hard as he made it look.
All right. Who wants next?
Bubblegum. Spent
Bubblegum?
some time. Bubblegum watched Bloodsport with them, but mainly for fashion tips back in the day.
He's gonna come out looking like Bolo
What
Young.
not to wear?
I mean, we gotta be bold. But anyway,
You gotta be bold. You gotta be strong. You gotta be wiser.
I knew he was gonna do it.
The Kumite collection from Bubblegum.
Yeah, like she came out of her personal training. She spent a lot of time working on her shape-shifting. So now she can turn into a lot more pictures of things.
Okay.
Yeah. So now pretty much any poster could be her.
Okay.
Doesn't necessarily even have to be like a person in the poster. Yeah, so
Just the words Kumite.
It's possible. And she's a little stronger, a little more agile, a little more stamina from her training.
All right.
Yeah.
And how about you, Defrag?
Defrag summons Minerva, and we go into hibernation in our room, shut the door, and have some fun rewriting some code.
Ugh.
That what the kids are calling.
Told you not to bother me while I'm cleaning my room.
I'm writing code, Mom.
Do you know how to knock? God.
Just open the door and it's just a 3D Minerva twerking in his face.
We're working on code. This is their loading screen.
It's the screensaver.
So that reminded me, with your mouse changes into like it's a loading symbol, like it's the little circular loading.
Yeah, the little circle.
You know what that's called?
Nope.
Yeah, I used
It's
to
a
know. But
throbber.
yeah, the throbber.
I gasped.
You did. I heard it.
The throbber. All right, so yeah, your time here has definitely helped you all improve your skills. And you have like a couple of weeks go by while you're doing this. There are some minor things that you were sent to check in on, investigate, but nothing too dangerous or too significant. So you're all going about your business a couple of weeks later, and you all get an announcement or hear an announcement throughout the mansion. Hey, it's Adam. Got a low priority meeting. Meet me up there. I don't know. I'm not sure we should even take this call.
Okay, then.
Bubblegum takes her time getting there.
Okay.
Fashionably late.
Do we pause Bloodsport 2 or do we just wait for it to finish?
Oh, well, the Dudikoff can wait, I'm afraid.
Yeah, he's no Van Damme.
It's all Dudikoff after the first one, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Oh, Dudikoff.
Great name.
I know.
If I can remember that, that's going to be my next hero's name. We lost Cosmic Knight, but we gained a Dudikoff.
We got Dudikoff.
He's just a bro dude from Russia.
Hello, I am Dudikoff.
You may call me Dudikoff?
Is that your first or last name? Yes.
Dude.
No, it's both. You're Dudikoff.
We have Dudikoff the third. There's 3 more Dudikoffs?
Not anymore.
To become the Dudikoff, you must defeat the Dudikoff.
There can be only one. That's your gimmick.
This is so dumb.
I'm sorry.
You have to
All right.
decapitate every other Dudikoff.
I'm going to leave this one up to you, Adam says as he saunters into the meeting room. Duncan, play the footage. Adam begins to sip his whiskey and sit on the edge of the table watching the screens. And basically you're seeing footage of a just like, a security camera. It is nighttime. You're looking at the street on some random backwoods part of a state road somewhere. And you see it is pointing outward from what you're guessing is probably like one of the posts that hold up the canopy in a gas station. And across the road, you see just a billboard with some music act on it and just an empty highway. And then in a flash, there is a blur. The camera shakes, and when it stops shaking, the billboard is gone. Yeah, mysterious occurrence, missing billboard, real superhero shit.
Can we slow that down or back it up and go frame by frame? Did it get destroyed? Or
Oh,
did
yeah,
it just-
Duncan. Cue the slow-mo. You are not going to be impressed. The cheap cameras that he has, they put on slow-mo. Like there's a lot of like artifacting. It is basically shooting at night, so everything looks like that washed out black and white you get on an old security camera. And you watch it in slow motion, and you see what appears to be a massive blur enter the screen briefly from the sky. Then all the shaking happens and obscures everything. And then once it stops shaking, the blur is gone, the billboard is gone, and there's just a cloud of dust beside the road, which quickly settles down.
What was the billboard?
The billboard was for, hold on, where's my notes? I knew you were going to ask that.
Of course, we're
The billboard
inquisitive.
was for the concert series of a pop star called Damon Child, giving a number of concert dates.
Huh, okay.
I want to do an internet search for other billboards that have mysteriously gone missing, or anything related to the artist, and maybe like a freaky fan that's done something that's got an interest with them, or any other billboards. Maybe there might be multiple things tied to the same person or something along that line.
You search for Damon Child / weird events. This is one of the newest things. It doesn't have many entries, but you see like an article about world's biggest Damon Child memorabilia collector robbed mysteriously. There's a report about that. The most unusual part of the story is that the portion of the roof where the memorabilia collection was ripped off, and all the memorabilia was basically taken from the outside. No one seems to have seen anything, and there was no camera. So, like, the news story chalks it up to freak tornado.
Okay.
Are we
got a
sure
theme
that's
here.
not what it was?
You also see, like, searching Damon Child gets you a lot of clutter. There are a lot of fan sites, a lot of, like, tribute sites, a lot of, like, fan accounts on social media, lots of, like, fan art.
What is his shtick? What is his shtick?
His shtick is the kind of, like, the kind of pop tunes aimed at girls from 12 to 22 that generally makes men angry that he exists, like the twink that's going to steal your woman, like that kind of, like, it's a repeating pattern. You guys, some of you are pretty familiar with it. Women start liking a thing, suddenly they're the devil. Damon Child is the current I bet he's gay pop star.
So either a jilted boyfriend or a jilted girlfriend, or I say girlfriend, but a girl interested into him.
Well, Adam says, well, I mean, it's got to be a big girl if she could steal a whole damn house worth of stuff and a road sign.
Superhero.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, there's plenty of strong girls out there now I think about it. Very strong.
Sasquatch, weren't you just bragging about how you could throw a truck down?
Yeah.
So where were you when this happened?
Getting my software updated so that I can throw a truck.
Is that what the kids are calling it nowadays? I think Rena might have a crush on you. You see a couch pillow come flying across the room and hit Adam. But I'm just kidding. I'm leaving it up to you. Like, there are a lot of other low-level guys. There's a lot of people around. I brought it to your attention because it's weird.
Mm-hmm. This is very odd.
Well, what would you suggest we go investigate? I think the road sign's just kind of it's not gonna go anywhere.
Maybe, but this footage is from 3 hours ago, so there might still be some fresh stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's at, let's see, the Pump and Run, and he gives you the on a back road in Ohio, and he gives you the road name.
Well, we'll teleport there.
Okay.
Not so much of a fan of the Pump and Run particular gas station chain. I like the Pump and Dump better. But They have
Oh yeah, a
cleaner-
place where you can take your garbage and fill up. That's really
and they have really clean bathrooms.
the pump and dump. I love those. I mean, don't linger too long. It smells, but
Okay, so are we going to go investigate this? I'm assuming it's probably an obsessive fan
That's
who
what I'm
wanted to
thinking.
get their tour dates, and if it is, then this popular musical artist may be in danger if they are a super fan.
Well, let me do this real quick. And go along that line of thinking, the tour dates, are there any of them local to Ohio where we're going at any time that's coming up soon?
Duncan in your comms guy brings up. He says, "No, nothing in Ohio. The next concert date is looks like tomorrow in Baltimore.
Well, good thing that we can travel there fastly.
Quick, like in a hurry."
Post
Fastly.
haste.
So, do y'all want to go do an investigation real quick?
Sure. Let's go see what we're looking at.
I'll create a portal.
All right, you create a portal. The pump and run looks like an old mom and pop kind of gas station. It is closed when you arrive. There are, of course, a few security lights on, but it's basically just empty. There's no one to talk to. And there's like a lot of road in either direction with nothing on it. You see some fields with like beans growing in them, maybe the beginnings of some corn. This is still spring. And you see easily the site of the incident across the street. There are just a bunch of jagged posts where the big billboard used to be.
All right. And that way, I'm flying. I'll hover.
All right. You ever? It's kind of dark out still.
Night vision.
All right. Your night vision. How high up do you go?
I'm like 5-10 feet above the ground.
All right. Then give me a perception check.
All right. 26.
26. You spot something out in the field. It looks like there's like some police tape around the missing billboard. Obviously, it is technically an item of, I guess, grand theft, since it is probably owned by a signed company. But you see a few little stakes amongst the fallow grass already growing in the field, with yellow police tape flapping in the late night winds. And when you go over there, you can see that there is just sort of a massive indention, but it's kind of hard to make out what it the shape of it from your current vantage.
And that way, I'll let everybody know what I've noticed, so that we can all head that way.
Just the police tape area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's police tape area around the billboard, but there's like a few stakes out there in the field with some police tape around them too, which is a little odd.
Missed that. Okay, yeah. Now, were there any tracks or anything?
Funny you should mention. When you get over there, you see that there are two massive indentions in the ground, like 20 feet long indentions, like sunk in. Looks like a point of impact by maybe something the size of an oak tree, but like two of them. And if you fly up a little higher, you can see that they have a shape. They are shaped like long sort of monstrous feet.
It's a Godzilla.
Okay. All right. Long, monstrous feet sunk into the ground. Is this at the stake tape, or is this at the billboard?
This is like before the billboard, like something landed in front of the billboard, then took off again. And you only see these two prints.
Impact crater.
Yeah, impact points.
And there was nothing on the footage that would indicate a giant thing landing and taking off with it. It was
No.
too fast.
Like I said, you saw something blur into the camera. Then everything shook as if the ground shook,
Oh,
And
even the
once-
camera shook. And
Yeah, and the
everything.
camera along with it. And whenever it stopped shaking, the billboard and everything else was gone.
So we had a real shaky cam situation where we could make out nothing.
Take pictures of the area and then send it back to base and ask them to look through the database to see if there's any supers with does it look like the feet are just big feet, or does it look like someone with a heavy density hit the ground and it just dragged out, made the footprints long?
No, it looks like single impact points of very long feet.
Bare feet.
Yes, with
Bigger
maybe
than-
the feet have a kind of like a just from the shape of the impact, the feet have a kind of a clawed bearing at the toe areas.
Okay, so it's not one of mine.
And the feet, like I
Sasquatch
said,
says with some,
the feet themselves are like 20 feet long. The footprints themselves are like 20 feet long.
That's kind of hard to hide.
I mean, unless there's somebody who can grow and shrink.
Right.
Or turn invisible. What if it's an invisible kaiju?
What if they're still there?
This is Godzilla.
I attack the empty space.
Godzillas are monsters. Pulls a sword out and starts swinging around.
The ops team, Duncan, calls back, hey, I think I have a hit on the footprints. Actually, we don't have anything on file per se, but in our slush pile, I did get something from out in Indiana. It's really not our territory per se, but it looks like a field was found to have a bunch of these similar prints, and he sends you an image of it, and it's a field with a smashed up house and a farmhouse, and like everything is just like there are a bunch of down trees and everything, but there's in a cow pasture there are several clear similar prints in a field. It's like there was like a seismic disturbance that night, and that's really all we have as far as it goes. Whenever they went out to check on some reports of crashes and destruction, that's all they got.
Anything tied to the tenants of the house? Like, did they have a son or a daughter?
No, it looks like the place was just an abandoned old property. Like
What
somebody
does-
was maybe just hopping around for fun out there. Somebody big.
I wouldn't mind going out that way. I want to do a final investigation in this area to see if we find anything. But when we're going out there, I want to see if there's any, like, maybe a radio or something, or like a boombox. So they might have been listening to the music of Damon
Sure.
and dancing, and that would tell me it's a fan, and maybe the fan got offended or something. So
He gives you the address, Dusty Trail Lane out there in part of fucking Indiana. That is the name of the municipality, Buttfuck, Indiana. This is a much more progressive world you live in, this comic book, where you can name a place Buttfuck and no one cares.
Is it spelled with a PH or just a straight up hard F?
Of course, it's a PH.
Huh.
BUTT, Buttfuck.
What are we looking at the stake site?
The stake site.
Yeah, in the field.
It looks like the cops didn't know what to make of it, so they basically like taped it off, probably snapped a few pictures and sent it, and probably just sent it about. Like a lot of like the weird stuff gets forwarded to superhero groups and individuals, because cops know when they're not equipped to handle something, and two gigantic feet prints, not really your local fuzz kind of a job. But like stuff like this, like you're guessing from Adam's bearing, like he found it a little bit weirder than normal, but not super weird. Like they get sent shit like this all the time.
So more footprints? I'm sorry, I missed what's at the stake site. What'd you say?
Wait, what stake site? You're talking about we're still
In
at
the
gas
in the
station.
field.
No. Okay, the field.
Yeah.
You're getting ahead of us. Yes,
Oh,
you
my
teleport
bad.
there. When you arrive,
It's teleport worthy.
Well, yeah, this is over in
Indiana
Indiana.
from
This
Ohio
is a
to
separate
Indiana.
area.
No, I'm talking about, you said at the billboard site there was tape, and then in the field there were 2 stakes put out with
That's
other.
where the 2 footprints are at.
Okay, so I thought that you had said there were 2 separate sections of police tape at the billboard
Yes, there are.
area.
There's
Okay.
some around the billboard, obviously, and then
Mhm.
in the field around the footprints. There are
Okay,
stakes with the tape outlining the footprints. I didn't
so the
realize that-
footprints were not at the billboard.
they're about 40 feet off.
Okay, that's where the misunderstanding was coming from. Gotcha. We're on the
Gotcha.
same page.
Okay.
And the billboard's missing.
And the billboard is also missing.
So the thing landed 40 feet away from the billboard and then flew to the billboard, and the camera doesn't show the top of the billboard.
Huh?
The billboard's completely missing, right?
Yeah, but
the
that was
billboard is
video
gone.
footage of the billboard, right? The shaky cam.
Yeah.
So does it show the top of the billboard?
Like I said, while it was shaking, it did not record very well. These are very
Ah.
cheap cameras.
So I think whatever it is landed there, then jumped and flew off. That's where my head went with what he described.
It's a Jersey Devil.
I'm thinking more like Incredible Hulk, where Incredible Hulk jumps long distances. He landed, jumped, and grabbed a billboard as he or she was jumping.
That's possible. The claw footprints. Do they look like dinosaur claws, bird claws, human feet with claws at the end?
Do you have any knowledge of? Let's see, what kind?
I have wilderness expertise.
Oh, okay. Well, then definitely roll it.
Okay. How does expertise work again? Is it just what's there?
It's part of your intelligence. Your intelligence is already factored into the expertise.
Okay. So this is going to not be a great roll.
You never know.
Hey, it's not bad. 16.
They look like massive frog feet to you.
These,
There are four-ish big toes, and they are spaced in a kind of like awkward angle where it would be like a frog landing and hopping again.
I was about to say Frogger earlier.
this,
Fucking battle toads.
Yep, these are frog tracks. But I only see 2 sets of them, so we're looking at, you're probably right there, Cosmic Knight. It's probably a Battletoad kind of situation where they walk upright as opposed to just a giant
Wait,
frog.
what?
Judging by these tracks, there's no front feet, so it's not a quadrupedic frog, is in my estimation. We're probably looking at a humanoid, upright walking frog person who enjoys this particular brand of music or hates this particular brand of music. We're not sure what the motive behind the stolen billboard is yet.
I'm thinking it's passion.
Though the fact that it's not just destroyed, but it's actually
Taken.
taken, unless they just, no, if they had just accidentally jumped into it, then you would see the parts of it left.
Well, I'm no frog expertise, but we all know that the main qualification for frogs are passion.
Yeah, and they love pop music.
They are passionate creatures.
That's true. I hear their passion all night.
Yeah, they sing all night.
Fuck. Fucking. Fuck.
Fuck, come over here. Get your fuck. I'm a frog.
Down to fuck. Down to fuck.
I'm a frog.
So, Terrence,
Down to fuck.
let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Guessing from the size of the blur, the size of the impact of the prints, the size of the feet, taking into account, say, a bipedal frog with big feet, can we guesstimate based off the depth of the footprints how far this thing can jump and what direction it jumped in?
Ooh, that's a good call.
Yes. Let's see.
I will
That's a
use
good-
investigation to try to figure this out.
Sure.
We're gonna make this an investigation, whether you want it to be one or not.
Hold on, let me find the table with all the numbers on. I need to make double check something. Here you go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Given the weights and the angles of everything, you're guessing that this came in hot at at about from about 16 miles away.
If I can figure out the reverse direction where it came from, I would like to go that direction to see if I can see another set of imprints.
Sure.
And I will let everybody know what I'm doing, and then I'll give them my tracker so they can know where I'm at. And I will teleport quick. I can do a single teleport by myself, and it's just much quicker.
All right. You do your little mental math. You fire up your personal teleport, step out into an old parking lot of a closed down Dollar General, some shitty little town, but very clearly in the sunken down in the asphalt is the same pair of froggy prints with police tape around them. No one even bothered to report whatever the hell this was.
Take a picture of this, upload it, and then go back to this regular scene and see if we can figure out what direction that they would have gone into after they grabbed the billboard.
All right. Let's see. You using the same trajectory and going forward 16 miles, you get to another place where you can almost see prints. The prints are actually no, you can see the prints. They're pretty clearly smashing down a cornfield. But they have changed trajectory slightly. They land at a different angle as if to prepare to hop in a different angle. It doesn't take much work from your calculations to realize that it's heading towards Maryland.
Baltimore. Okay, Baltimore. I will actually
Same
send.
place.
It's up north. It's one of those places. I will send all the information I've gathered and then let them know roughly a 16-mile jump and have them kind of track the trajectory between where we're at now and Baltimore, where the concert's supposed to be at, and see if, since it was a couple hours, how long would it take for the thing to travel that distance?
Well, we don't really have a speed on the jump. I guess based on the depth, you could probably get like some velocity going. You're guessing these jumps don't take a very long time. This thing's probably going at least 150 miles an hour.
Okay.
Based on like the impact depth.
Pulling some trajectories and trying figuring out between here and there, see if we can estimate where it would probably be at this time. And then see if we can kind of correlate maybe high level altitude so we can kind of see some areas. I want to get us at least that direction. And if we got to, I can put us in a helicopter. We can fly up high and look.
All right. You get back from Duncan. He's like, all right, I'm hitting all the usual locations. Let's see. Whatever it is, it's flying too low for the military radars to get. Let's see what else we have here. Oh wait, I got some seismic activity, but we don't have enough checkers on that one. Could have been actually anything.
Anything in that direction, just let me know so we can actually head that direction and maybe we might be able to put some eyes on it.
Oh wait, okay. Another impact point, and he gives you like a brief map, and you do a little bit of looking at yourself, and you can see like one seismic. Like minor seismic rumble, very low on the Richter scale, and then 10 minutes later, another one along the same trajectory of the same type. It's still going towards Maryland.
Okay, then we need to head to Baltimore. It looks like he's trying to either disrupt or join this concert.
See if we can track the trajectory and then jump up between them so that we can kind of get in the path and then keep an eye out.
Yeah, it looks like it's traversed the majority of Pennsylvania by now, and it's getting pretty close to the concert area. So basically you are creating a helicopter after you teleport or before?
Teleport to as close as we can to the location we want to get to, and then I don't think everybody can fly.
Duncan gives you the GPS of the last impact site that you're investigating, and you can teleport there with ease. and you basically land in a pond that is mostly splashed out. Like it's just a big pond that is like looks like all the water had recently just been exploded outwards and is slowly coming in from the hills around it back into the indention that the water once occupied. You can't see any footprints, but it's clear something heavy landed here and then left really rapidly.
Summon up a helicopter and we'll let's get that go in that direction.
All right.
Great.
You create your virtual helicopter. Everyone gets on board, I'm guessing, unless anyone has any objections or is flying by themselves.
I'll ride.
Okay.
How often do you get to ride in a helicopter?
The helicopter takes off and begins rapid pursuit. Your spotlights cover the ground as quickly as you're going, and your radar picks up a blip, something in the air, as you're zooming forward on the last known trajectory. You eventually come across the blip. As you're flying as fast as you can, you see the back of what appears to be an enormous, frog just supermaning its way on an arc through the air. But the frog itself is obviously made of metal. It is plate metal welded together in the shape of a frog. It is a giant frog robot.
Okay, I was not expecting that.
Yes. This thing could be dangerous when it lands in a populated urban center. Could it not? Everyone, do we need to ground this thing?
Well, yeah.
Or do we want to try and get close and see if we can't communicate with it while it's flying?
Both. I take it this is unregistered.
Yeah, no register, no plates, no nothing. And in fact, it doesn't even really register. Like you've got radar pinging back at you, but like other electronic means of detection just aren't doing much. You're not even sure if it has any communication arrays.
I will use a speaker thing to it, and before we do anything, I want to be prepared for it to attack us, like jump at us or stick its tongue out at us or do anything stupid like that.
All right.
But I will send over to the loudspeakers, cease and desist. Please stop where you are.
All right. You get a signal back. It is a radio signal that just comes in like quite loud and clear. Who do you think you are? And it is a child's voice. It is a young girl's voice. You're not my dad.
Okay, this is going to be trouble.
Yep.
Tell them that they are causing a lot of damage with their leaps, and that there is a potential of human lives lost if they go into Baltimore. Or I can do it.
Yeah, you can do that. The channel is open, actually. She's like, you don't have to tell me anything. I just heard it.
Bubblegum's wondering to herself, what are the rules on hitting kids in this?
Well, from your previous characters, how you feel about it personally?
Can you make a giant hammer for Bubblegum, please? Defrag.
I'm not making her a Lutheran hammer because
just a big old bonk stick.
The girl's voice comes in like, I don't know who you are. You're not in charge. You don't own the sky. You don't own the ground. I deserve this.
Are you trying to scare? And I will say the guy's name. Damon. What was his name?
Damon Child.
Damon Child.
Scare him? No, I'm Damon Child's girlfriend.
If you show up like this to the concert, you will cause mayhem and maybe cause him to not like you anymore.
Impossible. Nobody could not like me.
I guess I'm a nobody then.
Is there any way to mute this channel or?
Well, yeah, of course there is.
hit the mute button real quick. Defrag, can you do a calculation to see if this thing is going to land in a population center?
Well,
at its current trajectory.
She only jumped about 16 miles, so let's just get ahead of her and then drop down where she should land at next, and we'll stop right there and take her down.
Well, I was going to knock her out of the sky if it's going to land in a city or a suburb or on somebody's house or something. I was going to jump out, use my jets, and we could try and change the trajectory to ground her.
You hear Duncan come across. He's like, all the land sites we got, some maps so far have been, I don't know, like the sticks, woodsy, nothing around. Like, I don't think she's aiming for shit, if that's what you're worried about.
No, I don't think she's aiming for anything either, but she sounds as if she might be unconcerned.
Focused on one thing?
Minerva appears on the screens of the chopper monitors. Hey boss, looks like we got the next landing site's going to be a mostly clear mall parking lot.
That would be where we take her then.
Given the time of day, I think it's probably a safe zone. What with it being nearly 1 a.m. at this point.
Then let's get ahead and prepare there, because she can't change direction until she hits the ground.
Yep, and then we will be there to hold her down, or hopefully
disable the legs. We got to disable thing, because otherwise
leave the leg, of course. The time and tried and true.
Blood sport. There you go. Right there it is. Kumite. We're going to Kumite the Battletoad in the parking lot of the mall.
Now you're speaking my fucking language, D-Frag.
I think this would actually be considered a mechatoad, not a Battletoad.
It is, in fact, yes, a mechatoad. As you zoom ahead of her and as she keeps soaring, it like the jumps are very fast, but it still takes travel time. And it looks like she's on the downward angle toward her next impact site, but you guys are moving a little bit faster in your chopper. So you move past her, you hear her voice come across like, "That's right, buzz off. We don't need you. Me and my boyfriend are going to have a romantic evening."
Sure you are. And I do not transmit that.
Okay.
What are we thinking here? 12, 13 from the voice? What does she sound like? You said literal child.
She's in that preteen range, like
okay,
anywhere between 11, 13.
Just a bundle of irrationality.
She does have a sort of an unhinged quality to her voice.
Well, she made a mechatoad, so I'm thinking unhinged genius child, or she stole a Battletoad or a mechatoad, so the child of a mad scientist or something. I just really hope we don't have to punch a kid.
All right. You guys arrive in the...
Our hopes are different.
No, just to make sure things are clear here, Cosmic Knight, this is not what we use the sword on. Maybe the mechatoad, but not the child within.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I know not to kill a child.
I don't know what your culture's like.
Well, we don't really have children.
Fascinating. We'll discuss this later.
Stunning revelation.
Huzzah!
Stunning revelation from a guy with a brother.
Do you lay eggs?
We're all grown in tubes.
Oh,
wars.
Super advanced society. Okay.
I mean, when your babies fall out, they're not done yet. It doesn't make sense to me that you would let these unfinished people just meander around. That's why we're stuck with one using not a Battletoad, a mecha frog. If she had been in the tube for about 4 more years,
it'd be worse.
just to make sure that we're clear, my people grow up from trees.
Oh.
Well, we got all kind of backstory tonight, Jesus.
That we just sort of emerge from a dying tree that has given its life force for us. Anyway, that's unimportant.
And might or might not be true. You don't really clearly remember.
Yeah, that might just be a fever dream that I had while I was still in the cryotubes. Anyway, let's see what we can do about this kid.
All right, you guys land in the parking lot of a kind of a dumpy, dying mall in Western Pennsylvania.
Around the trajectory of the Toad's landing.
Yeah, the trajectory of the Toad's landing. The overhead lights of the parking lots posts are still fluttering away, blinking away. There's not many cars in the parking lot. The ones that are here are either probably overnight stocking staff or abandoned. Whenever your helicopter lands, you can actually see that there are still 2 living souls in the parking lot, and it looks like 2 people like maybe doing a bit of late night commerce in the parking lot, who are completely taken off guard by the fact that a helicopter is landing here. So they rush to their cars and take off as speedily as they can.
A little street level pharmacy.
Yeah.
Take a picture of their license tags.
You are such a narc. Anyway.
I was about to say the same thing. You damn narc.
Those could become informants.
They could also be violent.
He's just also looking for a new guy in case this guy runs in. Oh, so you like stems and seeds? I'm your guy, Western Pennsylvania.
So, funny story, when I was driving for Uber, somehow the shrooms came up, and the guy was like, "Oh, yeah, well, I sell shrooms." I was like, "Really?" He goes, Yeah, let me give you my number. Like, okay.
I mean, we don't do drugs on this channel. We're a drug-free operation, like our good friend Toker here.
I've been drug-free for at least a year.
And I get dragged daily by my husband.
Oh.
Anyway.
Is that what y'all are into? Never heard of dragging, but anyway.
Well, it requires a chain and an automobile and a leather harness for your face. Anyway.
Fucking dark, dude. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we prep ourselves to intercept the Mechatoad.
All right. You prep yourselves to intercept the Mechatoad. Are you keeping the chopper power up, or are you dissolving when you land?
Oh no, I'm dissolving it.
All right. The chopper disappears in a cloud of pixels as you prepare for the incoming Mechatoad. It's a few minutes. Like you guys got there pretty quick, and you see like a flashing light coming around the edge of the mall, and what it is basically a golf cart with an overnight security guard who's coming out. It comes up, basically drives up to where you guys stand and gets out and says, "All right, what's going on here? Who are you people?"
"Sir, we need you to clear the perimeter. We are the Crusaders of
Jesus
Justice."
Christ, you're one of those Hell's Angels.
"No, I am Cyber Squad. We need you to clear the area. There is going to be an incident happening here."
"Oh, yeah, I see. You're going to cause trouble. Well, I'm not going to take that." And he pulls out his flashlight. He's like, "You need to get on. Go. Shoot."
Minerva, talk to him.
Yeah, that works too. I was going to have Cosmic Knight just stab him. No.
So it's okay to stab this guy.
I mean, he's threatening us with a flashlight, yes.
Hey.
Get him out of here.
Nobody tells Buck Ronson, security guard, what to do. You need to get out of my parking lot.
Can you not see very well, Mr. Ronson?
You look at Ronson's face, and underneath the big bushy mustache, or above the big bushy mustache, are the thickest glasses you've ever seen.
Are you myopic, perhaps? Or are you farsighted? Near or farsighted? Which one?
Hey, these are fashion accessories. All right, I might need them to read a little, but I can see exactly what's going on. We got a skinny guy, a guy wearing I don't know what is that, gold lame. You, hairy biker types, unwelcome, and you, ma'am.
She's in liquid form, like 5 feet in me.
Okay, you, ma'am, are kind of. I don't know what's going on with you. Hold on, let me wash these off. He pulls the glasses off because to wipe them down. Anyway,
I jet boot up in the air and I land in front of him.
Ah!
I need you to clear the area, sir.
This is assault of a duly paid officer of the laws, representative within the legal system.
Then
which
do
is
your
legal.
job. Go call the cops and come back with the police.
But at a safe distance.
You think I won't? Fine. He gets in his golf cart. He's like, just wait till the cops show up. I'm gonna help him shoot you.
Minerva, and I'll tell Minerva when he gets away, disable the golf cart.
Will do, boss.
Or we could also, reach out to the police and inform them that there is a super incident that is occurring.
Yeah.
Do both. Why not?
You hear Duncan on the other line. He's like, "Yeah, I'm already on it. Actually, we did that when you landed."
Excellent. Thank you. We're still figuring out this whole police interaction situation.
We're trying to get them to form a perimeter and not interfere.
Well, they'll have the security guard disabled a distance away from us.
No problem there. Also, Mr. Buck Ronson has outstanding parking tickets if you need some sort of leverage over him.
I'm sure that'll come into its own.
We know how much you like the law.
Lark.
No.
The law is a wonderful thing.
Dark.
When it's on your side.
You hear a whistling as this conversation is going on. The sound of rushing wind over numerous metal parts, and you see what appears to be almost like it doesn't look like it's catching on fire from re-entry, but the disturbance it's creating in the cloud cover is visible. Just a swirl of cloud. And the next thing you know, there is a massive rumble and impact as this huge frog mecha lands in the parking lot.
Go for the legs.
Are you guys gonna you guys want to roll for initiative?
Yeah.
All right.
We flee the scene.
Oh. Damn it.
Let's see. Cosmic Knight.
A natural 1 for a 15.
Holy
Wow,
shit.
a good initiative bonus.
Yeah. Took some edges, I think.
Bubblegum.
Edges.
Advantages, yeah.
Ein Moment bitte.
All right, I'll come back to you. Cyber Squatch.
10.
10?
10.
10. Defense.
After 9, before 11.
Natural 2 for 12.
All right, and Bubblegum.
12 for 24.
24.
Nice.
Yeah, see, mine's not too crazy.
Oh, sorry, 25.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's just too much.
That's ridiculous. That's nonsense, ma'am. Let me roll for my Mechafrog.
Mecha frog or mecha toad? I'm not sure which sounds better.
It's shaped more like a frog.
Like a tree frog?
Yeah, it's more sleek. It's more lengthy and sleek rather than squat and textured. And in fact, you can see the initials FROG printed on the side in a spray painted decal or a painted decal. So that puts me at 22. 25, Bubblegum, you're first. The thing is, the ground is still rumbling as it lands, and it looks, and you hear the pistons charging up for its next leap. What are you doing?
Can you squeeze into cracks while you're liquid?
I mean, yeah.
Turn into oil
I
or grease and make it slippery.
Grease.
don't know if that is specifically something that I can actually do.
I don't know.
Turning
I
into
need
something
to read.
different like that. I feel like it's just that I am water. Let me see. Fluid. You can assume a less solid form. It doesn't really say anything about what that form is. It just says, like specific stuff about power rank and blah blah blah.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that just lets you kind of pick. Like, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to pick the viscosity if that's what you mean.
Oh, word. Okay, yeah. Like, I would like to. Is there any water around there? Actually, like in the general vicinity?
There's a few like puddles that had recently rained here.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my control water to move object, and I'm gonna gather up all of the liquids and
Mhm.
send in, as long as it's within 50 feet of me, I'm going to send it into the machine and see if I can't use that to like make something not work. I don't
Okay.
know. Like I was looking to see if I had to like roll or anything to do
Yeah.
it.
Are you just looking for like cracks in the chassis? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, like
All
just
right.
some way to get the liquid inside there.
All right. You use your power to gather up all the nearby water in the various rain puddles. A big blob, a circular blob of water comes together in front of the machine and begins to press into the chassis itself. And you detect that there is microscopic cracks on near the mouth / throat area that some of the water is getting into. You're guessing it's probably not a vital area, but it is an area that can be breached by liquids. But it doesn't seem to be affecting it in any negative way other than wetting stuff.
Okay, well I'm just gonna keep directing the water to go in through the cracks and find any more cracks that it can find.
All right.
Or just annoy.
Okay.
Whatever it can do.
Let's see where you at. Okay. It is the frogs go. You hear the girl's voice come across an intercom or outdoor speaker. I told you people to leave me alone. I'm on a mission of love. And you see the frog's mouth open, and a huge pink chrome metal tongue-like tentacle whips out across the parking lot. And let's see, which one of you four is it going to be able to snatch onto? I'm going to roll a d4 to see who gets the pipe on this one. Who's won?
Me.
All right. Let's see. 1, Cosmic Knight. 2, Bubblegum. 3, Cyber Squatch. 4, Defrag. I got a 2, Bubblegum. You, the huge pink chrome tongue whips across the parking lot, smashing through cars as it's whipping around, and finally it tries to whip around you. It attempts an attack on your. Or I need you to make. Let's see. Yeah, I need you to make a dodge roll for this one.
Does your liquid form help with that?
Are you still in liquid form? Are you talking? Okay. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize I was
liquid
muted.
form?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, and never mind then. The huge chromium tongue, pink chrome tongue, basically splashes through your liquid form, unable to get a grip on you. It continues over and then knocks down a bunch of like decorative trees and lampposts near the walls of the mall itself. You people are annoying. You hear the thing says, "Go away." Your go, Cosmic Knight. Cosmic Knight, what are you doing?
I draw my sword. She's landed already, yes?
You landed.
Then I'm gonna go for the legs. We talk about going for the legs.
All right.
Go for the legs.
You run up and go for the legs.
My sword can cut through just about anything, so here's hoping. 14 on the die for it's my new plus. Still only plus 11, so 25.
That will hit.
Okay. Then it's DC 26 to resist.
All right. I got a 27.
So yeah, I guess I hit it, but I'm not quite able to hit anything valuable.
All right. You run up, you slash into it, like you're leaving some definite like scars and sparks along it is like, now that you can see it in light outside of the sky, the darkness of the sky, the thing is also like sort of a chromish green color. You're leaving silvery marks in its tough metal plated hide as you're slashing into it. You the girl inside screams, "I just had this thing repaired!" Defrag, what are you doing?
I am going to use let's see, the force object to create a kind of a force dome around the frog, mostly to prevent it from basically being able to jump.
All right.
Basically not holding it down, but maybe like an inch or two above it, so it just is, when it tries to jump, it's gonna be like stopped.
All right. Is there like a DC to get through the force?
It is probably.
Okay.
It's considered an object of 11, toughness 11.
All right.
And 11 is also the strength of the object.
Gotcha.
So it's actually as if it's got 11 strength.
Ooh. Cyber Squatch. Oh, sorry. Did you want to do any move? Did you have any other actions you were doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna just I'm gonna hover up and move back a little bit so I'm not within range of the flying tongue.
All right. Cyber Squatch.
Can we pass through the dome?
I will leave enough to where you like it's just like a floating dome, so it's just
Okay.
over the top of it to prevent it from being able to jump.
So it's like an umbrella over the mecha.
Yeah, that's pretty much the best way to think of it, is like an umbrella. The top of an umbrella.
Gotcha.
Then Cyber Squatch is going to slide under the umbrella using his extension arm to wrap around one of the legs
All right.
and attempt to grapple and pull it off its feet.
Oh, okay. That's a big one. All right.
I mean, is it less than... Hang on. Is
You
it
give-
less than 12 tons?
It is more than 12 tons.
Oh.
This thing, just to give you a sort of a general sense of scale, the feet there are about 20 feet long. The legs themselves are about 60 feet long, and the head to butt torso are also about 50 feet long. The body and the front legs, and you see it looks like the eyes are sophisticated, like camera apparatus that the pilot, you're guessing that obnoxious girl inside, is using the see out of.
So wait, how long did you say it was overall?
Stretched out about 80 feet, sitting down in the squatted position about
Yeah.
60 toe to butt. But you see it also has a significant reach with its tongue attack.
Okay. Then instead of trying to grapple it, I will disable one of the legs with my cyber slash.
All right, go ahead.
At least that is my attempt. Close combat melee. Ooh, natural 17 for a
Nice.
28.
That is also a hit.
DC is 24.
24 for toughness.
Yes.
I also get that. You slash into it, and like this thing's tough hide is repelling your blow. You also scratch the paint, like letting out another angry squeal from the comm, the outside comm, as the girl seems furious that you are ruining her ride to see her boyfriend.
Okay. So that didn't work. Well, since I'm at the leg, I'm going to just keep my claws on it. I'll attempt to. No, that's fine. I'm done.
Okay, top of the round, bubblegum.
So the water doesn't seem to be doing much.
It's hard to direct from inside because you don't really know what's inside. You're just trying to pour it in through the cracks. So
Okay. Well, it's in there, and if something happens from it, great. But Bubblegum's gonna like a rock and go for a skaboosh.
all right.
That is a 26 to hit it.
Definitely a hit.
Wunderbar. So you're going against I forget what the DC is. 26.
That is it fails. By 2, I believe. So yeah, I got a 20 on the roll. So yeah, 2 degrees.
Nice.
So she gets a bruise and a stun. Your blast fires into the mechanical frog. Given the fact that you've covered it with water, your blast also is conducted by all the moisture that you've put on the outside and the inside, doing more damage than you thought you would. You see sparks of electricity become come blasting out of various cracks and things. And you hear the girl scream as you're guessing some sort of internal panel also gave off sparks.
You better just give it up before that thing explodes around you.
My frog is perfect! And you hear her scream, "We're going! We don't need you! You're wasting our time!" And she attempts to leap away. What kind of strength check do I need to make to get out of your...
Well, I
saving?
got a strength. It lets me hold 50 tons.
Okay.
Like I said, my strength's technically 11 with this.
Would that be a contested strength roll?
I'd say, yeah, it'd probably be contested.
Or does it just stop it completely? If it's, well, depends on what its thrust force would be. Would that be more than 50 tons for it to jump off?
Well, it has to weigh, it has to get quite a lot of tonnage into the air from the leaps.
I don't know math. So vector and thrust capacity and all that is...
I rolled a 15, and if you add just 11 from the strength part of it, that's 26.
All right. I rolled a 15, and if you add the frog's strength, that is a little bit more than 26. Not a whole lot, but you see the leap basically fly up in the air, and you see like the legs just powering through. You hear the pistons strain as the thing tries to gain altitude, and then your force shield shatters as the frog flies forward into the air, somewhat reduced in speed by the impact, but still up in the air. And she's like, and you hear the last thing you hear from her is go, we're going to stealth mode. You're not going to stop us from meeting the dreams. And then she disappears.
So she can jump and disappear?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Well, we know where she's going.
That's true. You hear over the comms, and we can set up an ambush if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go kidnap the singer for his own safety.
You want him to tell us they should cancel the concert?
Now I'm sitting here thinking it's just a girl trying to go to a concert. She's done some damage, but she's probably going to kidnap him.
Well,
she's definitely...
I was just thinking we can use him as bait to bring her away from the concert, and we'll just protect him.
Yeah, so we wouldn't be kidnapping him. We'd be taking him into protective custody.
With his permission, hopefully.
Well, next time, let's find out about all that and what we do as we continue on. This session is sort of a setup to a very big melee with your first kind of kaiju-sized, bad guy.
Nice.
But let's go ahead and skip ahead to what the cover of this issue is like, and who wants to do it this time around. I believe it was who was it last time? Was it Jeff?
We all chipped in a little bit last time.
Oh, okay. Well, do we have any volunteers for the cover of issue 9?
I got one.
Biggest fan.
It would be the giant metal frog grabbing the billboard as it's leaping off the ground, tearing the billboard up, and in the moonlight, glimmering off the chrome finish of the giant frog.
Okay. All right.
As seen from the road between the billboard and the gas station.
So your front cover would just spoil all the investigation at the beginning.
Yeah.
What would your cover be then?
I got one.
Okay, let's hear it.
And so do I. Go ahead.
I got all covers tonight.
A giant footprint with a puddle that is bubblegum, like ripples. Yeah.
That's nice. I like that one. Jeff, what'd you have?
I was just going to have us in the middle of the parking lot of a mall, and we're like talking to some security guard and trying to tell them to get out of the way. And then in the background distance, you see this huge chrome frog coming in for a landing.
Okay. Well, all good options, all kind of spoilery, but that's fine, except for Bubblegums, which was the most least spoilery.
Yeah, I like Mahogany's best.
Yours
It
would be
like the Jurassic Park ripple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours
I
would be
didn't
the
realize it
standard
was-
cover. The other covers would be variants.
I got a
didn't
variant
realize it
then.
was 20 feet.
We're all sitting in our home theater watching Bloodsport.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good. Is it the scene where he nut punches him from a split?
Yeah, let's do that one. I was thinking just the split kick, but I like the split and the nut punch. The split has to be what we're watching.
We've got to see both Van Damme and Bolo Young on the screen at the same time.
What was the other guy's name?
Bolo Young.
And
Dudikoff.
Dudikoff.
Bubblegum is a poster of herself sitting in a room on a couch eating popcorn with a poster of Jean-Claude Van Damme doing the chair split behind her.
And I think I'll have a Frogger t-shirt on.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Check out our socials, our Patreon, and of course, our links that you are definitely going to like and subscribe to. Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks for watching. Listen.
Yep.